Round 3 of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship returns to the Lone Star Rally Canterbury. Christchurch City will host the start, but it's the fantastic roads north of Amberley which will host the stages. Ben Hunt leads the championship standings after a dominant performance on the fast South Canterbury roads. Robbie Stokes was plagued with handling issues in his similar Skoda WRC2 Evo, but a change in driving style kept him on the pace and in podium contention. But MRF Drive of the Day went to Josh Marston. Back in the championship after a 2-year break, his performance dedicated to his late mother, who'd encouraged him to go back into the NZRC in 2025.
Mum passed away last year, and so her signature's sitting on the roof fence, so she's hanging out with us and thinking about her a bit.
Dean Buist, lucky to get away with a minor crash on his way to victory in the historic class. And Bryn Jones won a narrow victory in NZRC two-wheel drive after a day-long battle with Tim Mackesy. So looking at the points, Ben Hunt leads on 72 with Robbie Stokes 11 behind in second, Dean Buist leading the historics in 4th overall, and Bryn Jones 5th leading the NZRC two-wheel drive.
Christchurch City has a long-standing connection to Antarctica. It is one of only 5 official Antarctic Gateway cities. As well as a centre for research and logistics, the International Antarctic Centre is a place where anyone can experience just a little of what it's like to be on the icy continent.
We're here at the International Antarctic Centre in Christchurch. It's been here for over 30 years, and this is the simplest way to experience what life in the Antarctic is like. We're about to jump in a Swedish Hägglund vehicle for a bit of a tour. Righto boys, this is going to be rough.
Just in the back, we are going to go over 2 hills in just a moment, so if you want to hang on, now's the time to hang on. We might get you airborne.
Seems like it owes you some money.
You're not moving at all.
So wait for it's like
Well, that was quite something, Charlie. What do you recommend next?
Well, now that you're all hot and bothered, I'd recommend cooling down in the storm room.
Crikey.
Later on, we'll throw the drivers into an Antarctic storm and hope that they come out without frostbite. Lone Star Canterbury Rally is held over one day, 9 stages starting in Ashley Forest, before heading north to Cheviot and then returning to the forest for the penultimate stage, finishing with a blast around Euromark Motorsport Park at Ruapuna.
6 drivers in the Rally Challenge at Lone Star Rally Canterbury, 3 4-wheel drives and 3 2-wheel drives. It was Caleb McDonald who led the challenge cars into Stage 1, the famous Mount Grey Road, which runs through the Ashley Forest and will be run in reverse on the penultimate stage later in the day. McDonald's Evo has proved to be unbeatable on the rally so far, but this morning it was Josh Keeley in his H6 Subaru who was fastest, well by just 0.1 of a second. Brian Green also having a good run through Mount Grey Road, only 20 seconds behind.
Darren Galbraith picking up where he left off at round 2, leading the two-wheel drive rally challenge ahead of the Honda of Thomas Paul and the Nissan of Ian Warren. The Fiesta is more suited to the forest, but the Honda and Nissan will benefit from the higher top speeds on the public roads. Just 2 seconds separated Paul and Warren on the stage.
McDonald turned up the pace on Stage 2 to establish a lead over Keeley. In fact, his time was just under 10 seconds slower than the newest Skodas and Toyotas of Cat 1. And Stage 3, 30 kilometres, so a chance for McDonald to stretch the lead. But the stage would also be plagued with dust, and with McDonald running behind the Cat 1 cars, he is striking thick dust at some points on the stage.
Caution bridge 150.
Keeley's Subaru down on power compared to the 2-litre turbo Mitsubishi, but holding his own and keeping in touch on stages like this, a spin or a puncture could instantly change the outcome. Brian Green has plenty of experience dealing with dust on rallies. He was a regular in Asian rallies in the past. The veteran in third, but still in touch with the young chargers out front.
Darren Galbraith leads the Rally Challenge two-wheel drive, but on stage 4 the Fiesta engine had a terminal issue and he was forced to retire.
Yeah, unfortunately we've either blown a heat gasket or somehow the oil's got in the water anyway, so not worth risking the engine, so yeah, we've called it a day.
Thomas Paul was very lucky to avoid a big crash on stage 3 with this spin.
You got it, you got it, you got it. Good work.
So Warren took a narrow lead, which he held as they headed to service in Cheviot, despite discovering a water pump leak.
The power stage, Event Logistics Stage 5, was 20 kilometres long. The nature of these stages is why the drivers loved this event. A chance to test skill and bravery of driver and co-driver. Dust not such an issue here, with a small stretch of tarmac and a breeze blowing to clear the air. Keely's second on the stage, just 8 seconds slower than McDonald. Keely's really learning to get the best out of the Subaru H6 in his first season in the NZRC. But if the dust was okay here on the power stage, the next stage, Ram Paddock Road, would deliver major challenges for the drivers as they raced at nearly 200 kilometres an hour to the finish line. By the time the drivers returned to Ashley Forest for the reverse run of the morning stage, McDonald has stretched his lead to over a minute. This road, which is one of the main trucking routes through Ashley Forest, is better known for the 1.7 kilometre Ashley Forest Rally Sprint. But for drivers, it is the 13 kilometres of downhill to the Rally Sprint road, which makes this one of New Zealand's great stages.
What a ride, it's a roller coaster through there. So good, so good. We're just chuckling away to ourselves coming through the finish because that was just so much fun. God, it's fun.
Keely again just slightly slower through the stage and finishing second in class. And a great day for our sponsor Brian Green, third place in the Rally Challenge. It's so good to see Brian back on these stages again, with such a long history of rallying over more than 50 years.
What a day it's been. Been great roads and that sort of thing, but dust has been a problem obviously running back here where we are, but the other competitors have been very good. A guy just let us past in here and I saw him and thought it was not going very nice for us, but no, great rally and really enjoyed it.
On stage 6, Thomas Paul gives us a view of just how hard he was pushing. The rev counter on the Honda pinned to the red line as he drives flat out through this amazing road.
Long 7 right, plus 200.
Unfortunately, the gearbox cried enough on the following stage and he retired. So that left Ian Warren in the Pulsar as the final Rally Challenge two-wheel drive finisher, taking maximum points after a great battle over the day. Caleb McDonald takes another win. We'll be looking to keep that up in the North Island. Keely in second, and Ian Warren the first of the two-wheel drives, just ahead of Brian Green, who completes the Rally Challenge four-wheel drive podium. Coming up, we meet the driver who's turned his passion for rallying into a business.